Tomas here with Speed Reading for Entrepreneurs, and in this video I'd like to talk about reading for information versus reading for insight. And it's a big realization that I had years ago when I first started with speed reading, where before that I was reading mainly for information. So even when I did start with speed reading, I was still reading way more than I was actually needing. And that was serving the purpose that I actually did learn how to speed read much faster. And usually when I work with my clients, I get them to read even several books per day or 10 books in a weekend. And usually when I work with clients, I get them to read several books a day or say 10 books in a weekend and mind map those books and really have something that they can tell me or go do a seminar on. But the thing is, usually you're not going to want to do that. And it's important to not read for information and to actually get more and more information. A lot of the times we just have this information overload where it really freezes us. We don't really even know what to do anymore, but instead to read for insight. And sometimes it can be really useful to actually go on this low information diet or to simply focus more on the necessary insights to create the necessary action steps instead of merely focusing on more information. So if you're watching this video right now and you're simply going to consume it and then continue watching another video and not really act on anything from watching this, then maybe it's actually wasting your time. In reality, if instead you're going to watch this video about reading for information versus reading for insight, and then you're going to think to yourself, this resonates and I should probably do something about it. Maybe when I'm going to read next time, I should just read for as much as I need to get the necessary insights. Maybe I should clarify my goals before I read so then I can just focus on what's really important for me instead of just reading the whole thing. Maybe I want to be much more selective about what I'm reading. Then this video did have an amazing use for you. And then whenever you're reading, whenever you're watching video courses, whenever you're actually learning anything, make sure you go to the level of insight, because insight is really powerful. It can get you to change how you see the world, how you see yourself completely, and eventually, if applied enough, can change your whole lifestyle. So go for insights, not for information. And then even more importantly, go for application. Go for, if you can only read one book per week, but then you can apply what you need from it and it's enough for you to apply that, then go for one book a week. If you can manage to apply what you read from a couple books a day or a book per day, and if you're in a position and if you do work that it actually helps and serves to read that much, awesome. But I know that for most people, it's good to actually do that when they're actually practicing to read faster, but then eventually still want to clarify how much you actually want to be reading and what's the ideal amount for you. And don't go more than that, don't go less than that. Strive for that perfect balance every day. So this was my take on reading for information and reading for insight. And I hope that you start watching videos for insight, reading for insight, and actually structuring all of the information intake, cutting off the unnecessary things like the news and actually taking in only that information and only as much of it as is serving your deepest purpose and your growth. This was Tomas, your speed reading coach, and I'll speak with you next time. If you want to really learn the practical bit of reading for insight, not for merely information, then go ahead and grab my free course and I'll see you there. Bye.